Patriots alert. Morning guys, this is another gang of Yorkshire paedophiles, Rotherham, which is just up the road from Bradford, so really 20 miles away or something, all part of this highly Islamised ethnic community there. I mean, as a percentage, it's not massive in the town, it's just that they tend to work in takeaways, it's taxi drivers, in shops, you know, they go on Facebook quite a lot, and of course this, like to takeaways and taxis certainly, is where they target these girls, because, you know, all the youngsters, all the teenagers certainly, now are into smartphones, eating out, going bowling, having a nice pizza with their friends, maybe, you know, maybe an illegal drink of alcohol, truth be known, amongst the working classes, it's not unknown. I mean, a group of men, who could these men be? I'm sure there'll be a gang of Polish people, yes, a gang of these strange Catholics from Southern Ireland. Oh no, we don't look like Irish people, do they? Too much. 15 photos, I'll put a link underneath actually. Yeah, this was from 2016, but a lot of these cases, they're so common. I mean, they put report instructions on virtually every case, so for weeks and weeks later, after they've been jailed, which they always are, they're very rarely found innocent, because there's got so much evidence against them, statements, DNA on girls' underwear, etc., you know, sometimes terminations. It's not very often they get found not guilty. In fact, it's virtually unheard of, because the CPS, the Crown Prosecution Service, who carry out the Queen's, the King's, if you like, whatever, the Crown's, correct term, the Crown's prosecution, of course, you know, have to be thorough. They don't want to waste, like, you know, for a group of men like this to take them to trial, you're probably talking, including all the fees and the court fees, like, you're probably talking like 150 grand, 250,000 pounds. It's a lot of money. You start talking about barristers, I know a barrister actually, and a couple of years ago, he was on, 2 or 3 years ago when I was talking to him, the rate of pay was £650 per hour. And you can imagine how a case like this with about 15, 20 people, suspects, you can imagine how much the bill is just from one barrister. Well, it'll be more now, it's probably £700 a week now. Yes, this is another gang in Rotherham, which is just up the road from Halifax, Huddersfield, where this year there's been 77 of these fiends jailed, one of which Tommy Robinson reported on, 29, and there was a 31 gang, and there was a 17 gang added together, 77. 2017 there was another 72 that were jailed. All of them were accused, taken to court and jailed. And as Tommy Robinson said, that's the tip of the iceberg. There's hundreds and hundreds of them. That's what he said, quote. Hundreds and hundreds of them that get away with it. This girl was a victim up Yorkshire way. Sammy Woodhouse was the name she used, in Rotherham, again, you know, same town as the previous gang. Quite possible some of those guys in the photograph might have raped this girl years ago. Yeah, they were hanging around outside a shop, a bit bored, and this smart man, muscle-bound man, a 25-year-old, started giving them compliments, bought them presents. You're a beautiful young girl, impressionable teenager. She became besotted. I knew what a paedophile was, she says. It's a fat old man looking out of his window onto a schoolyard, or it was somebody who pulled up in a van, offered you some sweets, kidnapped you, and you never saw your mum and dad again. See, how wrong are the old stereotypes? It wasn't. It was a man in a nice Audi or something, dressed smart. It was one of these people. Yes, a non-Christian, non-Jewish, non-Hindu type. Yeah, he was 24, muscly, really well dressed, nice car. He was funny, charming, I can believe it. She thought, his girlfriend, and it took her until relatively recently to see she was actually his victim, of course. She was only 14. Yep. Last year, the man along with his brothers were convicted of multiple offences, including rape, abduction and indecent assault. He was given a 35-year sentence. They won't serve anywhere near that. He'll probably be out in 15 years. Which, yeah, at least he's got some damn justice off it. Several members of his family were also convicted of conspiracy. Is this the old... oh yeah. Among the other victims was a woman who told the court she had been tied up and had petrol, that's gasoline for you Americans, gasoline gas, poured over her, and another who had been abused since she was 11, passed around men who had sex with her and dumped her. Their victims were some of the 1,400 children who, according to Alexis Jay's explosive and damning report, the Rotherham report, had suffered sexual exploitation in the South Yorkshire town between 1997 and 2013. So as I say, this is from 2016. I could put in, I mean, there's probably a big list from there. I just put in grooming gang Yorkshire. Here we go. Newcastle grooming gangs. 3 girls. This happened just before the Manchester bombing. A lot of people reckon the Manchester bombing was payback. Was payback for outing them. 3 girls documentary, which it was pretty good. It went easy on the violence. It didn't show how they give them do-it-yourself terminations. Keithley grooming case again. Keithley, lovely little place. Keithley. Apart from these people, I've been there loads of times for business. Keithley grooming gang. Arrogant Asian gang jailed for arrogant persistence. This is the one in Keithley. This is the one where they actually said at the end of the trial, or towards the end of the trial, actually stood up to the jury and to the judge and said, "Your girls are just worthless trash for us to use and abuse." They actually said this, and this is what it says in their ideology. So you can put it, if you put in grooming gang, UK grooming gangs, Yorkshire, I'm sure there'll be a whole list comes up. But these are just a few of them. You've got to appreciate this. A lot of them. If you put in Essex grooming gang, if you put in London grooming gang, virtually nothing will come up. It's been that well covered up. But I'll leave it to you guys. Just put in UK grooming gang. But bear in mind, probably 7 out of 10 cases now, it's been completely covered up. As with Tommy Robinson, they persecuted him, tortured him, put him in danger of being fed crushed glass in his mashed potato, feces in his mashed potato, for daring to speak the truth. The truth, which if you put in the search bar, BBC 29 men charged in Huddersfield, it comes up straight away with the names, the offences, the age of the girls they're attacking, and they have since gone down. All 29 of them, including 2 women, have already gone down. So I'll call it, guys. So when you see Britain First and Tommy Robinson, these court cases, I'm up in Bradford handing out leaflets trying to tell you people that this is really going on. They're not lying. When I was up in Huddersfield a couple of weeks ago, you'd be surprised how many locals I was handing the leaflets to thought it was just like a couple of men. They didn't realise there were 77 men attacking 12-year-old, 13-year-old girls. They thought it was just like 2 or 3. They didn't realise there were 77. And last year there was another 72 and loads more. I mean, it's vast, and the vast majority of them are getting away with it. Okay, see you guys. Have a good one, and please support Britain First and maybe even Tommy. They're just trying to tell you the truth. These racist, selfish, filthy paedophiles are all over the country. London, Newcastle, Oxford, Swansea, you know, Glasgow, they're all over the country. The police have already said this. Okay, see you guys.